You can meditate, read self-help books, watch dozens of videos, and still wake up with an anxious knot in your chest. Why? Because, like millions of people, you're searching for peace outside, but it's inside. In this video, we won't give superficial advice like, just relax. Here, you'll learn why anxiety isn't an enemy, but a door. A door to yourself. Through wisdom proven over thousands of years, you'll discover a path that doesn't require you to become a monk or go to the mountains. Everything you need is already within you. We'll discuss why your mind is constantly restless, how to let go of the illusion of control, and how simple practices, breathing, silence, observation, can transform your state from within. And yes, you'll start to notice this today. This isn't a motivational video. This is a step-by-step, honest guide. And if you watch it to the end, I promise, you won't be the same. Not because I will change you, but because you'll remember who you really are. Sometimes anxiety sneaks up unnoticed. A person can walk down the street, drink coffee, talk with friends, and inside their restless mind is already buzzing. Thought after thought, scenarios about the future that most likely will never happen, occupy all the space. In Buddhism, this state is seen as the root of suffering, a loss of connection with the present moment. But here's what's important to understand: anxiety is not a sentence. It's an invitation to awakening. The anxious mind loves control. It makes plans, creates illusions of safety, but is terrified of unpredictability. And life is unpredictability. So when unexpected things happen, inner tension arises. Mindfulness helps you recognize this moment. What if I just observe my thoughts instead of merging with them? Imagine your mind is a lake. When the wind blows, the water is disturbed, the reflection is blurry. But when the wind calms, the surface becomes a mirror. That's how mindful breathing works. When we focus on our inhale and exhale, the mind calms, and anxiety loses its power. Why does anxiety seem so persistent? Because it clings to attachments. We're afraid of losing loved ones, our job, our status. But Buddhist wisdom says, everything is impermanent. Even our thoughts, even emotions, they come and go like clouds in the sky. When you understand this, you start to let go. And this letting go isn't weakness, but incredible strength. It's like dropping a heavy burden you've carried for many years. The present moment is what we constantly lose sight of. We mentally live in the next step: what to say, where to go, what to do. But life doesn't happen later, it happens now. Anxiety arises when we stray too far into the future or the past, while inner peace and intuition live only in the present. Mindfulness is awakening. It's when you suddenly start to taste your food, feel the coolness of the air, the beating of your own heart. Here's a practical tool: try mindfulness pauses. During the day, when you feel your mind racing, stop for 30 seconds. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths in and out. Feel your body. Where were you mentally, in the past, in the future? Now come back here. This simple technique breaks the chain of the restless mind and gently brings you home, to the present moment. The present isn't always comfortable. Sometimes, here and now, is tiredness, anger, or emptiness. And all of this also deserves attention. Mindfulness isn't about rose-colored glasses, it's about honest acceptance of reality. You don't pretend everything is fine. You just stop fighting what is. And it's this acceptance that starts inner transformation. Meditation isn't just a practice for monks in the mountains. It's a tool anyone can use to calm a restless mind. People often think meditating means not thinking. But that's a misconception. The goal of meditation isn't to stop thoughts, but to change your relationship with them. Imagine your thoughts are clouds and you are the sky. You see them pass, you don't try to remove them, you just observe. This non-judgmental observation is Buddhist mindfulness. One of the simplest ways to start is breath meditation. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and simply observe your inhale and exhale. The body breathes on its own, you are just a witness. When your mind drifts into thoughts, gently bring your attention back to your breath. No reproach. Even 5 minutes a day is already practice. And daily practice is the path to emotional balance. Meditation is like a shower for the mind. We wash our bodies every day, but rarely cleanse the inner space where anxiety and tension accumulate. One of the deepest truths of Buddhism is that everything is impermanent. Our emotions, relationships, successes, and even anxiety itself, nothing lasts forever. At first glance, this can be frightening. But if you think about it, this truth is liberating. Anxiety becomes less frightening when you understand, it will also pass. It's like a cloud in the sky, but you are not the cloud. You are the sky. When you go through a hard period, it feels like it's forever. But a week, a month passes, and you're already in a different state. Understanding the wisdom of impermanence, you start to perceive even the hardest moments differently. We are often harsh on ourselves. Made a mistake, you're stupid. Tired, you're weak. Felt anxiety, pull yourself together. We'd never say that to a loved one, but to ourselves, it's easy. Self-compassion isn't selfishness, but a necessary step. Because as long as you fight with yourself, there's no peace inside. In the midst of anxiety, try sitting down, breathing, and saying to yourself, I see how hard it is for you. I'm here. These words are like an inner hug. They don't solve everything instantly, but they create support. This is your inner refuge. Compassion isn't pity, it's wisdom. It's honest acceptance that you're doing the best you can. And in this space of gentleness, anxiety loses its ground, because you're no longer against yourself, but for yourself. The middle way is a teaching about balance. We often swing from one extreme to another, either we control everything, or we let everything go. Either we suppress all feelings, or we give in completely to panic. Neither leads to peace. The middle way is when you feel anxiety, acknowledge it, but don't let it control you. You act, without denying, but also without identifying. It's like standing on the shore and watching the waves pass. Some are strong, some gentle, but you remain on solid ground. This is emotional balance, where there's room for both feelings and clarity. Inner transformation isn't a grand event. The path is built from small things. It's daily practice, quiet, consistent, that creates real transformation. Small rituals are your anchors. In the morning, before grabbing your phone, just sit quietly for a minute. Before bed, give thanks for the day. Make tea with full attention. It's not magic, it's training the mind. You create new habits that lead to mindfulness and kindness to yourself. And one day you notice that anxiety no longer overwhelms you as before. You breathe more often than you shout. You feel more often than you run away. In the end, the real refuge is inside. Buddha said, be a light unto yourself. This doesn't mean isolating yourself. It means learning to hear your inner voice when it's noisy around you. Finding refuge in yourself is like coming home. At first it may feel unusual, but it gets easier each time. You sit in silence, breathe, and suddenly feel, peace was here all along. This inner home accepts you with everything you have, fears, anxiety, doubts. It doesn't require you to fix yourself first. It says, come as you are. You've just walked the path inward. We talked about anxiety, peace, compassion, and the power of the present moment. But all this wisdom is useless if it remains just knowledge. It comes alive only in action. Ask yourself, am I really ready to stop fighting myself? Am I ready to replace inner criticism with kindness? Am I ready to just be with myself for at least 5 minutes a day? The path begins with the first step. Choose one practice we discussed and make it yours today. Because how you live now creates how you'll feel tomorrow. If you feel this video was helpful, write in the comments what you're taking away. What realization was key for you? Subscribe to the channel to continue this journey of mindfulness and inner transformation with us. Here you'll find even more practices, inspiration, and support.